Hey, it's Guido with another tactics talk. This time I've got an LTTB. We call this one punch above your weight. Punch above your weight. Here we are on Swamp, and I am headed to the dreaded heavy brawling area in my LTTB. So I've made a couple videos about this, punching above your weight, and I get a little hate mail from it. People tell me I'm not playing my light tank correctly, but you know what? Sometimes you just want to brawl with the heavies. I get spotted by the other LTTB. Get very lucky, right? So interesting, the Rheinmetall Scorpion can get there to that overwatch spot before a light tank can even get in there. One of the things that's broken about that tank. So I'm going to come across here, and what do you do with luck? Well, luck's one thing, but the question is, what do you do with it? This is what I'm going to do with it. So I'll come up to here. I know their heavies are coming up. Unfortunately, I know I'm also spotted, and my help is way behind me. So this is a recipe for getting killed right here. But sometimes things work out. I'm going to shoot and track him. I'll show you what I'm doing with my... And I'm hitting him on the reload. Now, he gets one on me, but this next time I'm able to tuck up a little tighter, like I wanted to, and basically a pretty classic peek and boom situation right there. I'm able to take out that LTTB for one shot into me. Unfortunately, I'm using gold on him, which I wish I had not done. And now I'm just waiting, because I know that their heavies are pushing up here. And here they are. So now I'll start working on it. If you look at the mini-map, it's a pretty even fight. They've got about the same tiers and tanks as we do. I know a KV-85 has terrible depression. He's on that hill. He can't even get his gun on me, so I'm able to sneak out there and take a shot on him. KB4 is busy. He just shot. Put one into his lower plate. I'm shooting gold, and that should be my last gold shot, I believe. Probably would have liked to have not been shooting the gold on the LTTB earlier. I wasn't smart enough to switch to regular after the first one. And I take a shot on the T-34. Now I'm just sneaking out and showing as little of my tank as possible, shooting into the sides of these heavies right here. And this is one thing that a light tank can do. I've got a lot of DPM. My reload time is very small. This gun, especially on the LTTB, hits pretty hard for a light. And I'm just making this T-34's day miserable. I'm getting him and the KB4, and I'm bouncing off the side. So I had two choices here: push that OHO and get on his side, but I probably was going to get cleaned up by all those TDs. So I choose to come back this way. I see the Rheinmetalls coming along. This is one of those points where you can roll a LTTB right there. I wasn't really paying attention, so I had to stop moving. I was really hoping I wouldn't roll over, so very lucky. So come around here. He's going into the building, not looking at me. Get a shot on him, and now I'll just follow him into the building because he is pretty busy with that Ferdinand who ends up getting the kill. And I'll cut here. Now I got two choices. Push straight in again into where the TDs are. But they're all pointed that way, so let's go around behind. That's the thing about a scout, fast mobile tank. We're able to hold the north even without me, so that's good. And we're pretty well just cleaning these guys up. I'll come around the hill looking to get up behind, ideally the JT-88, but he dies. So now I'm also aware of a 150 and an ISU. Now ISU can put the hurting on me, potentially one-shot me. Unfortunately, I drive right up to where he's pointing, so he was either not ready or not reloaded. I'll come around. I actually cut towards him to make his efforts at pointing at me more difficult. Cut away. The depression on the LTTB is kind of difficult to use, so I had to look for that little notch right there, and that's pretty much the last damage. Last thing I'll say about that is when you are rushing another tank, the closer you can get to them, the harder it is for them to turn and get to you. The further away you are, the easier it is. It's just based on the angles and the speed at which the tanks can turn. Obviously, when you're driving straight at them, their gun's already pointing at you. But once you get any kind of angle off, if you can get closer to them and stay tight, it's much harder for them to get their gun onto you. So there you go. LTTB, punch above your weight, ends up being a Class 1 mastery. But 2,400 damage in an LTTB, doing a little brawling in the heavy area, and as long as you can avoid being the focus of the enemy fire and you can be the annoying little gnat in there, you can do some good work. Take it easy.